now the latest on the wide world of tropics. Hypo hurricane outlook for May the 29th. Tropical depression Alvin is still in the eastern Pacific and suddenly made a change in its direction. And of course, we still have other areas to monitor in the tropics right now. And it's kind of sad what I'm about to say for the North Atlantic because something, let's just say unexpected happened there. So welcome to part 2 of the computer hated the North Atlantic because that area of interest we were just watching, which was the tropical wave, literally just straight up dissipated. It did absolutely nothing because of the dry air. So part 2 of the computer just not letting the North Atlantic doing anything. This computer just straight up hates it, and believe it or not, I did actually ask it why, and let's just say it did not have plans for an above average season in the North Atlantic, though it did not have plans for a below average, I will say that. Oh, by the way, the Hypo forecast calls for 15 named storms so far. That's just a forecast, not what will happen. But so far we are expected 15 named storms in the North Atlantic. I forgot the rest while I was making this, but it wasn't anything hyper. Jumping into the eastern Pacific, tropical depression Alvin remains at 35 miles per hour. I don't know why I'm saying remained, it literally just turned 35 miles per hour. Surprisingly turning back towards Beijing, though it's not going to have another shot at development. So we also have 91 east, still at a 60% chance. All it takes is for it to get that well-defined circulation, and we might see a short-lived tropical depression. It's not going to become a tropical storm at this point. It's way too close to the coast to develop into that. It's actually weakening as we speak, but if it gets that circulation, it could become a tropical cyclone. Then, of course, we have that AOI still off the coast of Guatemala. I think it actually moved into Guatemala briefly. That's not expected to affect it that much. If it does, then well, okay, that was a waste of several bulletins, but still likely to emerge into the eastern Pacific and potentially become a hurricane, which will be very interesting. A hurricane in June. We'll have to wait and see if that happens, though. So, there was supposed to be an area of interest, but it didn't get designated. And we're still waiting for it to be confirmed that it will likely become something before we put it on. So for now, the Western Pacific has absolutely nothing. And once again, the Western Pacific tries to sabotage me and just go black, but there's nothing for me to talk about still. Last but not least, 95A has a 40% chance of formation. Oh, don't you start too, Norfenito. I'm gonna fix all this up when I finish this because now the North Indian Ocean's going black, and that's making me worried that the naming list is gonna go black, and the audio might delete. So, but 95A is moving inland. Has one last shot to become a tropical cyclone, but after tomorrow, it's not going to become anything, so we just straight up lose our chance for Indra this month. So we can finally say the North Atlantic will have its first named storm in June for sure, unless June is quiet, which will be Andrea, sorry. In the Eastern Pacific, Barbara is coming soon, or will it just be everything? Wow! I really need to take a nap. I should stop doing this at night and maybe do this in the morning. But if the only way none of these things form is if all the storms in the Eastern Pacific become a flop. Central Pacific's waiting for Iona, Western Pacific's waiting for Nimbus, North Indian Ocean's waiting for Indra. That's all for today's Hypo Hurricane Outlook. We'll be back tomorrow.